The obstacle is the way. In every human dynamic, whether in the workplace or within the family, conflicts are inevitable, and in reality, they are opportunities to grow and strengthen bonds. When faced with a dispute, there are always three options: to give in, to evade, or to confront it with maturity. The first option subjugates us, the second solves nothing, and the third is the only path to a constructive resolution. The success of any relationship lies in the ability of its members to manage differences, as conflict is an integral part of coexistence. Each individual has a unique perspective, which naturally can generate clashes and tensions. Life itself is a continuous clash of interests with colleagues, family members, friends, or partners. Avoiding conflicts is to deny one's own existence in human contact. However, a disagreement does not have to be harmful. It is an opportunity for personal and collective growth if managed wisely. In the midst of conflict, the opportunity arises to better understand ourselves and others, to explore new perspectives, and to develop both personally and professionally. In the field of senior management, two elements stand out for their critical importance. Firstly, strategic vision, which involves the ability to have a broad and deep perspective, to understand the complete picture in which the company operates, anticipating how each decision will impact the entire organization in the short, medium, and long term. However, once the strategy is conceived, its implementation inevitably falls to the people. This involves knowing how to motivate, persuade, communicate, and influence, all skills framed within the realm of emotional skills. Strategy is undoubtedly important, but its execution is intrinsically linked to the human factor. And it is at this point where leadership, along with emotional intelligence as a critical element of it, plays a decisive role. To lead is to influence. It is the art of mobilizing others toward the achievement of a common goal. In an interview with Goldman, he stated, "Leadership is not about domination, but about persuading people to collaborate in achieving a common goal." Intellectual quotient and technical skills are important. Emotional intelligence stands as fundamental to individual success and happiness, as each of our actions is shaped by our emotions. If we allow them to dominate us, we lose control over our own existence. However, the good news is that with self-awareness and self-regulation, we can exercise control over our reactions. The biggest mistake in facing our emotions is believing that we are powerless against them. But the reality is that we do have the capacity to manage them. The starting point of emotional intelligence lies in the Socratic maxim, "Know thyself." Recognizing our own emotions at the moment they arise, self-awareness, constitutes the essential foundation of this skill. From this recognition, we can adequately manage our emotions, self-regulation, as Karzer, which leads us toward achieving our goals and attaining happiness. It is crucial to take responsibility for our emotions to take control of our lives. Only by becoming aware of our emotions can we consciously decide how to react in each situation, which grants us true freedom and makes us masters of our own destiny. Skillful handling of dialogue gives people the confidence needed to express themselves freely to their interlocutor. Avoiding uncomfortable situations does not contribute to personal development and contradicts the principles of emotional intelligence. Emotionally intelligent individuals do not shy away from difficult conversations, demonstrating courage by facing them calmly and serenely. In fact, when these conversations are necessary and do not arise naturally. They provoke them to address pending issues. Conflicts not addressed in time tend to worsen, becoming difficult obstacles to overcome. Inadequate handling of conflicts is often the result of a lack of emotional understanding. In a conflict, the more vulnerable party tends to flee or give in, generating resentments that can persist over time. On other occasions, when both parties are stubborn, the desire to dominate the other can further complicate the situation, resulting in negative outcomes for both parties. The impact we have on our immediate environment, particularly when we assume leadership roles, is a topic that deserves deep reflection. Every interaction we have with other people, whether in the workplace, family, or social setting, has the potential to add or subtract from the fabric of our relationships. There are no neutral situations. We are inherently emotional beings, and our actions and words are imbued with these emotions. It is essential to understand that how we communicate is as important as the content of our message. It is not enough to pay attention to what we say. We must also consider how we say it. Tone of voice, facial expression, body language, and the willingness to listen are determining elements for successful communication. A simple change in tone or a sympathetic look can completely transform the nature of a conversation. Additionally, it is essential to recognize the power of our attitudes and emotions in the environment we create around us. Adopting a positive, optimistic, and empathetic attitude not only improves our interpersonal relationships, but also contributes to a more productive and harmonious work climate. On the contrary, negative, pessimistic, or contemptuous attitudes can poison the environment and undermine the trust and commitment of team members.